apa dalam nama je skrip kan.
Ya.
Dah clear tak? Line tak apa kuat. Sini bawah ni signal not quite good.
Okay je.
Alright, okay.
Boleh start.
Okay.
Yang lain tutup mic dulu lah sementara cakap tunggu tim masing-masing. Assalamualaikum, Mr. Azlan. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Adam and here with my friend Nur Aisyah, Huda and Aisyah from University Kuala Lumpur. We are excitedly to dive into our IT security assignment with your expert insight. Okay, so let me introduce with my teammates. Start with Aisyah.
Hi, Mr. Aslan. I am Tan Raisha. It's great to meet you.
So my name is Huda and thank you for taking the time to chat with us.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aisyah and came to learn from you today.
Okay, so let's dive into our interview. We've got some questions lined up to understand more about your company and your role. If you're ready, let's get started. Before we jump into our main topics, could you tell us a bit about your company and role, especially regarding security and ensuring smooth operation in tough situations?
All right, thank you, Adam and team. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Good morning here. I'm from Mecca. I think right now it's around 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, let's talk about Deloitte. Deloitte is one of the big four. Basically, it's an audit firm that offering audit, tax, and advisory. We also have a consulting works. We are the global networks firm. We have in 120 plus countries. In Malaysia, we have our office in Malaysia. We have our office in Taman Ton. The HQ is in Taman Ton. We have about 2,300 employees. My role currently, basically, I'm the executive director or partners that focusing on cybersecurity, as well as to ensure the what they call a smooth disaster recovery process for our internal asset as well as system related. So we are offer two things basically to ensure that our clients is providing a good cybersecurity system or response or program. At the same time, we also have to ensure that basically our internal process is tightened. We have to make sure that basically in the event of cyber attacks, we have a solutions, we have systems to recover from the disaster recovery, backup as response, and other areas. Right. That's brief about my current role, as well as how in a short term, basic words about how we continue and ensure that we have a proper business continuity program at Deloitte. Next question.
Okay, thank you. Now we got a bit about the company background. Okay, so next, we'd love to hear more about the history of Deloitte, the industry your company operates in, and how that shapes your approach to security and business continuity. Um, I'm sorry. Just tell the about history about Deloitte and your company operates in what industry. Thank you.
All right. Deloitte is, as I mentioned earlier, right? Deloitte is one of the big four. So we have Deloitte, we have PwC. If you heard about it, you have KPMG as well as EY, Ernst and Young. So there are four big audit company in this world globally. Deloitte is maybe is the largest in terms of the revenue. Deloitte has been there for the last 178 years and 179 years basically. Started in London, and then it's been expanded to 150 countries maybe or more. And then we have about 330,000 employees globally. So we have everywhere. The key focus of Deloitte as a big four basically is the audit, means doing internal audit, financial audits, uh, business audit, operation audit. The second part basically more on financial, second part basically more on tax, whereby that we provide advisory on tax, how tax should be operate, the system related, all those things. The third one basically more on advisory. So there are audit, tax, and advisory. So there are three main pillars. So I'm part of the advisory team, whereby we provide consulting, we provide advice, we give an advice, we do an assessment in terms of the understand what is the risk that related to the clients. So the risk is maybe there are from operational risk, there are from system risk, there are from cyber risk, there are from climate and change risk. So there are various risks. Then there are various teams basically. So in my case, basically, I'm focusing on cyber security risk. So we assess, we review, we conduct the testing, understand what are the clients' risks related to the cyber attack, how they exposed to cyber related, what are their program, how good is their systems, how good is their employees in managing cyber risk. And then, as you are aware, cyber is also related to preparation for the business continuity. So BCM, or we call it BCM, right? Business Continuity Management, or BCM is another crucial area that we have to ensure that the clients or Deloitte itself has a solid system in the event, or to ensure that we can operate during the bad time. For example, if there is some system hiccup, technical glitch can happen anytime. So we have a proper program to make sure that our data is secure. We have a system that can be operated without any disruptions. So BCM basically mainly is to ensure that you can operate in the event of business disruption. For example, if there is a cyber attack, if there is a technical glitch, server down, or if the fire, is there any flood or whatever that happened, we can operate as a normal. So that's how we make sure that our BCM program is very, very tight, is very, very crucial. Then, yeah, basically that summarizes what we are doing. Three pillars: audit, tax, advisory. From cybersecurity perspective, we assess clients how their security control. We are advised. We provide an advisory role, consulting role, as well as we operate. So it means we also offer some operations to manage on behalf of clients. For example, that we have SOC, Security Operation Center. We also have some implementation of cyber drill, testing, red teaming, and so on and so forth. So that's summarize what we are doing as of now from Deloitte perspective. Right.
Your job sounds really challenging. May I know how do industry impact the strategies you implement to keep everything secure and running?
Okay, thanks, Aisha. Okay, at Deloitte, we are leveraged on advanced technology and robust strategies. So we have various, right? We have technologies that be implemented globally. We also have a very, very robust strategy to ensure that we are flexible enough to handle in worst scenario situation, right? So we are leveraged on AI and ML. If you're aware that basically right now AI is the key elements for us to understand or to automate certain functions, right? Otherwise, we have to leverage on human or manpowers or employees that tend to do some maybe errors. But with AI, we can automate certain tasks. We can expedite certain tasks. We also leverage on machine learning, whereby that we simplify the step, simplify the process by use a comprehensive or latest machine learning program. Yep. We also have the, for example, that for to manage the BCM, right? We have our cloud-based system related. Majority of our system basically is on cloud. For example, that our Office 365, our timesheet, our sales solutions. Most of them is the sitting on the cloud. So we are not really worried in the event of any system failure because the cloud have a solid, a robust disaster recovery solutions. So there are data, there are the art there. There are so first there are HA, which is they call HA. There are HA for the system servers. Then we also have DR for the cloud. So for example, that if we leverage on Azure, so they are their data center maybe in Japan. They also have data center in Taiwan, in China, in Hong Kong, in Singapore. So we are not really worried about any issue of failure, system failure. So because they will switch, I think the switching between production servers to disaster recovery server basically is supposed to be in a split second. So we are not really worried on that. Then we also monitor 24/7. We are closely monitor what are the system that basically the event of failure or in the event of something that maybe potentially have any issue, someone tried to scan us, someone tried to attack us, basically we are monitored, then we are alert to respective stakeholders. At the same time, we have a regular testing. Basically, we have a cyber drills that we conducted on yearly basis. So we just have one call 3 recently. I think last 2 months we have a call 3. So we start with call 3 basically just to ensure that we have the right and latest contact numbers. So that start with call 3. After that will be a cyber drill. Cyber drill, normally we do a tabletop exercise. Tabletop meaning we evaluate the current process for certain system if something happened to the system, right? For example, if there is a cyber attack for a system, then we do a cyber drill, how to react, how to respond, how to make sure that the system is back to the normal if a system is being attacked. So that, but purely through a process. We also do a live simulations whereby that we bring down the operations, then we go live or we up and running the DR solution. So a continuous cyber drill, a continuous testing, and then a continuous fine-tuning our process as a key to ensure that we are ready to face any challenges of business disruptions. Yep. Next question.
That's really fascinating. How do these technologies specifically help you tackle the unique challenges your company faces in maintaining
All
continuity?
right. All right. Thanks for the question, Aisha. Basically, all those technology, right, that I mentioned, AI, machine learning, cloud-based, basically it's help us to swiftly identify and then detect any potential threat that come to our environments. So we have AI that can able to understand. We have machine learning that can able to evaluate the pattern type of the attacks that potentially harm to our environments. So we can then from there we come up with the pattern. We come up with the statistics. Come up with the strategy basically. If a pattern coming from China, for example, from APT group, then we understand, okay, this is coming from APT group. Then we evaluate, we have our own playbook. Maybe for your info, that playbook is a compilation of steps to deal with respect specific attack. If the attack is a DDoS, right? For example, that DDoS is a distributed denial of service. So if someone try to deny of service, for example, the DLAT website, right? So we have ML and AI to evaluate, to assess that, okay, this type of pattern, basically this type of attack is related to the DDoS. So we have a playbook. Let's say the DDoS is happened, success attack. Then we have a playbook to fine tune or to do a step by step how to counter attack or how to respond to the specific DDoS attack from specific target. And then basically we also have in our internal process, we also implement a zero trust. A zero trust basically that we don't trust anything except for specific area. For example, that if I need to access A systems, so the access only given to me with a specific functions, specific areas only, specific folders. So if I require to access a folder, A folder, basically then the access will be granted to me only A folder. So that's in very high level. What do you mean that zero trust framework, zero trust concept? Deny everything, but we just only allow or granted specific access to specific user with specific purpose and objective. So we have that implement internally that can help us to understand further what are the things that required to be exposed to others, what are need to be closed from the external parties. So that's basically the concept that we are currently practice. Right? The questions? Any other questions?
So for
Is it Adam supposed to ask?
No. Huda will ask the next question.
So
Okay,
I would
Huda.
like to ask about the bases. It's impressive how you cover all those bases. So how do you ensure everyone in your company understands their role in maintaining these high standards in every aspect of the IT department?
Come again, can you repeat the questions?
How do you ensure everyone in your company to understand their roles in maintaining this high standard?
Okay, so at Deloitte we have very strict and then very comprehensive training program to every single employees. So for example, that on yearly basis that all of us has to go through various trainings, online trainings, physical trainings, as well as practice to ensure that everyone follow the same procedures, the same policies. For example, that okay, first our laptop, right? Our laptop equipped with various security control. We have the our data has been encrypted. Basically, we can't save everything on our internal hard disk. Everything need to be sync up with the cloud, Office cloud. So we store everything in our cloud base. So we are not worried. For example, if our laptop is missing or theft or corrupted hard disk, we are not worried about that because we have data. We are full of our data being kept in our cloud-based system. Number two, the training that I mentioned earlier, right? So we need to attend various mandatory trainings. So starting from the business continuity trainings, from risk management trainings, from integrity trainings, from the sales training, from the disaster recovery training. We also attend the cyber. Everyone also have to attend the understand what is a cyber attack trainings. So there are various training that basically compulsory need to be attend by every single employees. Then it will be tracked by our management. So those who are that mandatory to attend, there is a system that track us that we need to complete the trainings. We need to answer certain questions before it can consider complete. So that's give her some assurance, basically, that our staff is familiar with the process. Our staff are well versed or follow the uh, policies that required. For example, that we have to make sure that we carry our laptop in everywhere we go. We have to make sure that we archive our data every single day to the cloud base. Number three, we can't copy any client data to our systems. We don't collect any client data. Basically, client data won't be stored in our machines. So basically, whatever data is purely our internal data, our internal process. And then what the last one should be that during the cyber drill testing, basically we are involved. Those who are in IT department will make sure that everyone is participate. For example, to pick up the call, to review their current process, to understand what is their additional maybe SOPs, additional process. We also involved in for example, that preparing or updating the playbooks. So there are various activities, various steps to ensure that every single staff is well versed with the process, and then that's built a cyber culture or culture that can help us to mitigate or to improve or to strengthen the cyber security as well as the disaster recovery process in Deloitte. Right, next question. Yeah.
Right. So, driving from your experience, what advice would you give businesses looking to improve their business continuity plans in today's ever-changing landscape?
Okay. For clients, right? Basically, normally what we advise the clients. Basically, clients we are dealing with. Majority of my clients coming from banks and financial industries, right? FSI. So they have very highly regulated. If you're aware that Bank Negara issued the RMIT, Risk Management in IT, the revised version, I believe somewhere in June last year, if I'm not mistaken. That's the latest version, whereby that Bank Negara instructed all the bankers, insurance company that to comply or to conduct regular cyber drill, regular testing to ensure that they are aware in the event of cyber attack, they know what to do. There are two things that basically required or mandated by the RMIT. Number one, that banks or insurance company required to develop their security incident response. They call it CIRP, Security Incident Response Plan. So this is an SOP that for them is a process for them to understand who are the responsible party to manage cyber, who is the persons, what kind of step basically, how to identify the cyber attack. So this SOP has to be updated regularly, has to be approved, has to be operate. First from identify what kind of attack, detect, protect, and response. If you need, you can refer to NIST, cyber security framework. They identify, protect, detect, respond, recover. So that are the 5 pillars or 4 pillars that we need to identify. Okay, first identify how you identify the cyber attack. Is it through someone report to you, or someone, or there is alert from your servers, alert from your systems that identify. Number 2, how you protect. So must be a mechanism. If you have maybe at your endpoint, you have a EDR system, you have personal firewall, you have maybe IDS, IPS. After that, identify, protect, detect. So how you detect it? Yeah, detect maybe coming from various technology, right? Through AI also can detect, through your SOC 24/7 also can detect someone trying to attack you. And then respond, how you respond basically. So respond from, are you going to block the attack, drop? Yeah, normally SOC will, once SOC able to detect, then they will advise the respective server owner, right? Okay, should we drop this traffic? Should we block this traffic? Or should we react on that, right? So there are various steps to taken as well. So that's cover the response. Then last portion will be recover. How you recover? So if your data being encrypted, for example, in case of ransomware. So if your data being encrypted, how you recover that? If you have a backup, then you can restore. But without backup, and then it will be a challenging or issue to clients to restore to the original data. That's why we always advise our clients basically strengthen their process in managing cyber incidents. Make sure they have a dedicated team. Make sure they have a team that very technical enough to detect, to evaluate, to assess compromise pattern. Then they also have a solid BCP program, BCM program to make sure that they are continue to their business while they are dealing with the cyber attacks. So ensure that this identify, protect, detect, respond, recover. This is the 5 pillars basically they should evaluate from time to time. Make sure that they have a solid, they understand each of domains from identify, each of domains from protect, then they know their detect capability, they know how to protect themselves, they know how to respond, they know how to recover. So if they're fully aware their capability in these 5 pillars, I believe should be no issue for them to face what kind of any type of cyber threat, and then they can continue their business without worried that basically their system will be hacked, their system will be down, all those things. But without understand their capabilities, without without knowing what happened in their network environment, if they don't have any visibility, right? I don't know what happened to my network, because from the study shown that at minimum an organizations required about 6 months, to identify that their company actually has been hacked. So if you have a good visibility system like SOC that leverage with the threat intel, you have SOC equipped with the machine learnings, with the AI, I believe you can minimize the time taken to detect, right? There are 2 types, mean time to detect, mean time to respond. So this is a crucial part in detect and response elements. So that's always our advice to clients, strengthen the identify, detect, protect, respond, recover, as well as continue to do a testing, engage with the third parties like Deloitte, engage, make sure that their staff is fully aware, attend certain trainings, for example, that identify that staff have a good technical skills in managing all those related cyber threats. I believe that sum up the some of the common strategy basically that we advise to our clients in managing cyber threat, as well as to ensure that they can continue their business without worried about any potential threat that could harm their business operations. All right. Any other questions?
Your insights are really eye-opening. How do you think these strategies are evolving to meet future challenges and advancements?
Wait. Come again. Sorry. Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Um, how do you think these strategies are evolving to meet future challenges and advancement?
Okay. There are various strategies that always been developed, but we have to make sure that the strategy is robust, is able to fine tune from time to time, right? That's why I think we leverage on AI and machine learnings that can help us to simplify the things, can automate certain process, can expedite certain tasks. So AI and ML is a key elements in the current uh, technology, basically to support, especially to make sure that we are able to detect any potential threat timely. We also can respond and react also timely to any potential cyber attack. So, and then as we were basically the threat intelligence also that leverage on various feeds that sitting on the cloud, that this one will give us more visibility, more data to understand further in terms of the type of attack, right? So, and then knowing cloud based basically is, it gives a lot of flexibility. So if we need to increase our memory, if we need to increase our capacities, it can be done within split second, right? Without, compared to the on-prem that you need to buy the hard disk, you need to set up additional servers, so be a longer time required. But cloud, if you require to expand your capacities, it can be done within a split seconds. So leverage on the machine learning to expedite certain things, leverage on AI that can evaluate, assess in various patterns to understand further, to give us more basically visibility, as well as a cloud basically that give a lot of give us some uh, flexibility, as well as the stability, stability in terms of the systems. And then once you have AI, ML, basically we also can reduce some of the common human error, right? So I used to work in end users in banks. I used to work with in various industries. Used to with the telco industries, bank and oil and gas. So if we purely rely on human, basically there are tend to make a mistake, right? Suppose we key in a, but maybe we can shut down the machines because of our command, our error in command. But if you are using AI, ML, basically everything has been scripted. We are trained, right? We are trained the machines basically, or we are trained through AI basically to do the right things. So this one is beyond human capability. And then in the long run, basically it will reduce a lot of costs. And then continuous learning, right? Yeah. So we are from, I think almost every day we learn there are new pattern type of attack, new threat coming to industries, whether coming to banks, whether into telco, because at this juncture, basically, it's not about when, no, it's not about if, but it's about when. Meaning that last time we are worried, maybe it can happen to me, maybe this ransomware can happen to me. Everyone keep thinking basically if happen, right? But as of now, based on our involvement in various industry, it's not about if, it's about when. So meaning that at any time, cyber attack can happen, can come to your client, can come and attack you at any time. It's not it's no longer about if, it's about when. So we need to be ready. We need to be ready all the time, that make sure that our team, our systems, our capability is ready, because to make sure that we have a proper and strong cyber resilience. So we know what to do in the event of cyber attack. We know how to respond. We know how to recover. That's the most important thing. Attack can happen at any time, but the most important, how you're going to recover that, how to make sure that you are stay resilient. How do you make sure that we are aware what to do? We're not worried about the attack, because attack can happen anytime. But we know what to do. We know to respond. We need to recover, that the most critical elements compared to worried about the attacks. Yep, I think that's some of the advice I can give. Any other questions?
No, I think that's all for today. In conclusion, Mr. Azlan, your expertise and insight into IT security and business continuity at Deloitte have been incredibly enlightening. Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge with us.
All right. Thanks. So all the best to all of you. Maybe just to it's not about, last time we talked about IT security. So Adam, the current, basically we are more on cyber security. IT security is there are two parts. If you are in industry, there are two parts. IT security is owned by IT, whereby that more on system related, but cyber security is become the organization's risk, is part of the operation risk. So cybersecurity has a bigger portion, has to be sitting on top of the IT security risk. Right. All right. Thank you very much. All the best. And have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Azlan.
Bye. Assalamualaikum.
And have a nice day.
Um,
Bye.